Okay, so can Wolfram sell like a bunch of weapons here?
So the trading post on today. So there are 3 vendors per day at this trading post, and they change every day that you're here. Um, there's a baker here today who's got a bunch of fresh bread and delicious smells coming from one of the stands. There is a rope maker. You see, he's got coils and coils of rope, kind of just strewn about in different varying thread counts and sizes and shapes and lengths. Um, and there's also a mason here in town, and the mason has these. It's a little bit towards the end of the day here, like maybe like 4 p.m. ish, and he is completely sold out of everything that he has. Um, you can see he's like closing up shop, and he's got a uh, nice hefty bag of coin on his belt. Um, he is appears to be in a pretty jovial mood as well. Um, but that's it. That's all the traders that are here today.
Okay. Wolfram's gonna go up to the rope maker and ask to buy the heaviest rope he has.
Sure, yeah, the thickest rope, like it's like
Boat,
that heavy
like
boat rope that
yeah.
is like industrial strength, designed to hold massive barges. You know, like a tow rope almost. It's pretty thick. It's not very malleable. So like making a coil of it isn't going to be very easy. Um, and the coil is going to be quite large. Uh, Carrying it effectively without like breaking things, you can probably get maybe 25 feet of it. And it's going to take up a lot of room. Like you're going to have to strap it, and it's going to be just on your back most of the time. But it's pretty heavy. Normal rope for the 25. Let's see here. So normally rope is
10 weight for the standard length.
It's like one
right?
gold. Yeah, it's like 50 feet for like 1 gold or something. Rope.
10 gold.
50 feet of hempen rope is 1 gold. 50 feet of silk rope is 10 gold.
Ah, see, that's what I thought.
This is probably going to be the same price as the silk rope, but it's going to weigh
I mean,
probably
the weight
like
doesn't matter.
20 pounds. Yeah, I know, but it's important to track your weights because, like, if anybody else needs to grab your things,
That's true.
it's going to
That's
be
very
important, right?
Yeah.
It probably weighs like a good 20 pounds, to
Okay.
be honest, and it's 25 feet. And you can just call that
Wolfram's-
thick rope.
Okay. Wolfram's going to take it and sort of like wrap it around his shoulders in like a crisscross and around his bag, or like
Sure.
Under his bag, and then throw his bag back over it.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem.
And then after I do that, I would like to go. You know what? I'm gonna go visit the herbalist.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well.
Gretchen the herbalist.
Can I
While
buy,
this is
like,
happening, quick question: am I able to buy bolts real quick?
Bolts? Yeah, absolutely. The smithy would have a variety of bolts for you to choose from. That's a common
Okay.
item. You can just buy that at normal price here.
Yeah, then I'll just buy an extra case and pretty much 2 cases worth of bolts, essentially.
I go visit Gertrude.
So you get to the herbalist hut, and last time you guys were here, there was like a garden and stuff, kind of like strewn out in front of the hut. None of that stuff is there anymore.
I go in.
So you open the door. It just kind of pushes open. There's no like, it's not locked or anything. And all that huge amount of like varieties of like herbs and that were just hanging up, and all the cooking utensils, or there's just nothing here. It's just barren. The residue of that awful stench of all these herbs is still there, but there's no items here anymore. It's just completely barren.
Okay, well, in that case, I head to the smithy, and I would like to start construction on the harpoons.
Okay. So, or what are you counting this as? Per our conversation earlier, are you going to try and spend like one day making one of them? It's going to require you 2 days of doing it.
Yes, I'm going to spend one day of basically trying to... I was thinking, like, making the head is what's, like, the part of the grapple, and the bottom part is wood. Like an actual spear.
essentially.
So right now I'm going to be working on the head.
Sure. The smithy fee is going to be 5 gold for you to use it, but you can absolutely just go do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And it's a full. Well, actually, you're probably going to have to, unless you want to work late into the night.
I will.
You might have to do that tomorrow. It's up to you.
I'll work late into the night to do this.
Okay. Yeah, because it'll be like midnight by the time you finish a full day's work.
Yeah, I'll do
And then
that.
you have to take a long rest before you can finish before you can do another full day.
Mm-hmm.
Can Wolfram repair his armor?
You could absolutely attempt to repair your armor. Yes.
I will. And
Sure,
so should I roll a blacksmithing roll?
Yeah, we'll get to you in a second, Raka. Because that's going to take you for like the rest of the time everybody else is doing anything.
I'm just gonna pay the blacksmith to do it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, if you're going to pay the blacksmith to do it, he doesn't have a whole lot of jobs on right now, so yeah, he can absolutely. You can get. Let's see, how many hours are left in his workday? You can. He says he probably tells you he's like you can probably repair 4 points today off of a piece of armor or weapon. Tomorrow he can do the whole thing, but it's already late for him.
Okay.
Especially with Raka kind of working the forge at the same time, he's gonna be a little bit slow. But you can pay for 4 of them right now for him to do them, and then he can do the whole entire rest of them tomorrow if you want to pay for it.
Will do.
Okay, cool. So, Zetch and Milo, what are you guys doing? And Jared.
Okay.
I'm actually. Go ahead.
I've been gone for like a month, so forgive me for maybe needing to catch up.
No, it's
But last time we were here, weren't we run out of town because the inn was run by a retired pirate queen or something?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I forgot. No. I want to go visit her. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're not going to spend your 5 gold and try and make half.
No, I am so sorry. I completely forgot. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to
So the last time what happened was Raka threatened Olga, who was the wife of the patron at the Dancing Shepherd Inn. He threatened Olga, and Olga called her friends, who was Thieves Guild that you guys just decimated. And,
Yeah, I can't wait to see her again.
Elfine came to you guys and was like, "You guys have to get the fuck out of here because otherwise you're all gonna die."
Yeah, that's what I remembered. So
Bloody hell, I was away 1 session and she bugged everything up.
I wanted to know about Obsidian, and she knew, and she wasn't telling me shit.
So just to recap, for those of you that don't remember, Raka pulled his greatsword out and set it on the bar and said, "Come over here right now," because he wanted to talk to her.
Oh god.
Oh, and by the way, this was at like 6 a.m. in the morning when she just woke up.
Yeah.
And she was coming
this
downstairs
time-
to like make her bread and stuff for the
By the
morning.
way, this time I'm grabbing Jericho and I'm picking him up.
what?
It's happening.
Do
Roll
not
with it.
dual wield the bard.
So you guys are going
I
to go
go-
into the tavern?
I have him picked up, and I'm walking into the tavern with him.
So, like, as Mel sees this happening, does it look like Jericho is like not willing to like go, like trying to be
That would be a
going
sure.
with Raka?
As I'm like on the way, I'm explaining to Jericho that I need to talk to her about what she knows, but I'm not good at talking, so I need him to do it.
Okay, you're not wrong. Do we really think that this? I mean, I understand that we probably just routed most of her muscle, but at the same time, we also just probably killed a lot of people that she knows, and I feel like this might not be the safest place for us to be.
Oh, don't worry. I'll kill them all if they threaten us.
See, I'm not. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also just to recap, you broke Wolfram out of prison by elbowing a guard in the face. Well, actually, Elfine elbowed a guard. He stabbed him with a sleeping poison.
Yeah.
And you guys broke Wolfram out. And you guys weren't accosted when you entered. There were guards at the gates. They didn't say anything.
I'm so confused.
I'm really confused how none of us noticed that, but okay.
I did. I literally was talking to Jordan about it the other day.
Oh god.
It's just my character wouldn't know.
So, okay, so you guys are going to go do that. Milo and Zetch, what are you guys going to do?
Well, there's not much for me to do, so I'd probably actually follow Raka to make sure he didn't do anything stupid.
Indeed. And Zetch?
I actually wanted to try and track Wolfram down and see if he would be applicable to donating a possible found longsword to Zetch's purposes.
Unfortunately, Wolfram only has the one longsword that he uses. He has lots of like cutlasses, but no extra.
So yeah,
ones.
what weapons are you carrying on him when Zetch says, "Hey, can you donate one of those weapons?" What all weapons are like showing on Wolfram? Let's just recap how many weapons you have on your person right now.
Wolfram currently has 4 scimitars placed on his like lower back below the pack. He has 2 short swords, one on each side of his hip. He has a scimitar on his right, or the scimitar plus 1 is on his right side. The long sword is his left side of his hip. So there's like 2 swords on each side. There's a great sword and a great axe on his back, and he's holding his spear and shield. And there's also 2 hand crossbows in his bag, and a longbow right down the middle. So yeah, lots of weapons.
So Zetch, RP out how you would ask Wolfram for one of these weapons, of which he cannot use all of them ever at the same time.
Absolutely. I was actually getting ready to see if that was going to be a possibility. Wolfram, may I have a moment of your time?
Wolfram turns and looks down at him. He's like, "Yes, what do you want?"
I had noticed that you are very well armed.
I have 2 large ones here. Do you need them?
I was referring to your weaponry, rather, your kit. Do you perhaps have additional longsword that I might be able to use? I'd have weapons of my homeland, but in these dire circumstances, a longer blade might suit me better.
Wolfram's gonna pull out his longsword, his only one, and look back at Zetch. This here's my only longsword, but I can give you the scimitar we found in the dungeon if you would like it.
No, I cannot take it. I appreciate gesture, but I search for longsword now.
All right. Wolfram's gonna hand Zetch the longsword and take off the sheath on his waist and hand it over as well.
He won't take it. He actually starts walking away.
Wolfram calls out to him, "Zetch, you can take this. I have other means of fighting." I did totally forget to mention, but along with the longbow is also my pike from the centaur.
Yep. Pretty much, if you got another weapon, you wouldn't be able to place it anywhere except for like across your chest.
Actually, now that I have that rope across my chest, I totally can do that. Thank you.
We'll see what happens when you get to places that actually might notice that.
But I'm going to sell those as soon as I find someone who's willing to buy them. Don't worry. But yeah, so Zetch calls out and takes off and is holding them out for Zetch.
So, Male, you were... What were you going to do? You did something, and then you were going to do something else, right?
Found out can't buy 2 cases with 2 cases worth of bolts because it's too heavy for me to carry.
Yeah, cases of bolts are heavy, man.
Yep. So he just refilled his last case. He has some spare bolts maybe in his pack.
Sure.
So like, he's got a full case, but then he's got some spare bolts.
I imagine you have like an attachment on your crossbow that like can hold like 5 or 6, right?
Yeah. Like
so you don't have to reach
literally,
into the
that's how
end of the
many I
case
have
all the
left.
time.
It's like 5 additional ones. So it's like kind of like spares type of deal.
Cool. Awesome.
And he have gone through Tussenhof before?
You've probably been to the town before, yeah, absolutely.
So would he know the herbalists within this town?
Yeah, you've probably had a conversation with Gertrude at one point or another.
That's where Male would be heading towards. Then he's gonna ask Gertrude because maybe she has because he would sense that she's the wise old lady of the town. So maybe he's going to ask her. He kind of goes to her whenever he needs rumors being told type thing.
Sure.
Because she somehow always manages to know. That's the feel that he gets from her. That she somehow always knows.
Okay.
So
what I'm going
and then
to
if
do...
not, then he'll just bring up he makes poultices and things like that. What additions does she recommend? Things like that to make it better. Because he's always asking her, even over time, as she does this for a living, as opposed to him where he just does it to fix temporary things. So that's the direction he will be going in.
Raka, that's totally cool. Normal selling rolls.
Awesome.
Awesome. So, while you're doing that, let's go with... Let's see. Raka's gonna be here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move my character towards the hut.
Milo's gonna be here. And Jericho's gonna be here. And I'll move this here so we can see it.
Oh, snap.
And let me get your tokens.
Really?
Each bolt is a pound and a half, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Crossbows are
Dude.
nasty.
Dude, you should just get me to carry them. I
Just
can
hand him one
literally...
every time.
Alright.
We
So you
literally
guys-
can lift a ton.
You guys go into the Dancing Spear Inn. And your characters are on the screen now.
I would like to mention that I'm still carrying Jericho.
Sure. Jericho's,
How am I swung over? Is this a fireman carry, a bridal carry?
No, I'm holding you out like a... how when somebody holds a kid and they're not used to holding a kid, so they hold them at arm's length away, facing away, under the shoulders,
Jericho
I'm
is
pinning their arms, but around the chest, like
Gotcha.
that.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm carrying them like
Jericho,
that.
you hurriedly open the door before Raka walks into it with your face.
Uh-huh.
And you enter into the tavern. And it's probably about 10 pounds worth of.
Alright.
You guys enter into the tavern, and quick survey of the room. It's fairly busy in here, but it's not as busy as it should be probably around this time of night. You do notice a familiar figure though, sitting at the corner of the bar over here.
Oh, I walk over, still holding Jericho out in front of me.
And Jericho, you probably notice a familiar figure behind the bar.
Elfie!
He goes, Raka, it's good to see you again. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing awesome.
Raka, you should put Jericho down. He can walk on his own.
Oh, okay.
I don't
I
think
said
he's
it
doing
down.
it because he's concerned.
We killed those guys.
That's a succinct summary.
Elfine smiles and he says, yes, I suspected as much. We had a lot less traffic here lately.
Yes, but we
Well,
we lost
it's
someone.
partly because of the Brit. Oh, yes, I was.
Yeah.
Whoops. Thought Jericho was being dragged with Raka.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Um,
wanted that.
So Elfine, he looks to you, Jericho, and he says, "Well, my friend, you were successful then. This is good. As you can see, we were as well."
Yes, I can see that.
On to more lighter notes. Is Olga here? I might kill her.
That is not lighter, Raka. Okay. Lesson 1. Murder is actually not a standard or generally accepted topic of conversation.
Sure. By the way, Elfin, are you still hurt?
You can tell he's still moving a bit slowly.
I give him the potion of maybe healing and say, "Do you think this will help you?"
Let's see what he knows about that potion, actually. Let us see here. Let me find his character sheet. He is one of...
No, not that one. The one that we don't know what it does.
Let's see. Wait, are you giving him the peach and...
You know what? I'll hold both out to him and see if either one will work.
So you're holding the regular healing potion and then the one that is peach with those red polka dots?
Yes.
Okay. So
Well,
he looks at the
it-
healing
it-
potion and he says, "No, my friend, that one will not work." And he looks at the other one and probably Arcana, right?
Yeah.
He looks at the other one and he says, I do not know what that is. Where did you find it?"
Oh, the stupid ass bandits had it.
Yeah, he chuckles and he kind of winces a little bit and kind of like holds his ribs and he says, "No, the magic that would be required to heal me would take far greater than a potion could give me. But I will be fine. I'm taking it easy, staying off my feet."
I'm sorry.
I just want to note here that I basically bled Milo's body weight in blood out of my neck. You couldn't. He gets the potion offered to him. I just have to sit there playing tunes for the party.
Yes. Yeah, I thought you'd be fine. You're strong.
So yeah, about that time, you guys see this woman, this redheaded woman who you recognize, Jericho.
Hey, it's a hot chick.
Indeed. And for some reason, I can't find her name to save the life of me. Do you guys remember what I put?
I yell out, "Hot chick!"
We'll say her name was Elizabeth.
That doesn't even sound nearly right.
Is her name Delilah too?
If it is, I have a really convenient gift.
Oh yeah, Elfin, get this. There's a vampire.
Okay, so before that happens, though, Elizabeth, because that's what we're calling her now, because I forgot to put that on my notes before, but it's in there now, so we're good. She walks up and she sees you and she says, "So, did you try and take something you couldn't handle?" To Jericho, as she notices the bandages on your neck.
Apparently, we could handle it. I don't think I'd want to fight it on my own, but
Yeah, the vampire.
You just have a habit of getting beat, don't you? She kind of smiles slyly at that.
Bless you. Thank you.
I'm not. Well, I mean, normally I think I tend to come out better than that, but this was some. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. Vampires. Real?
So you say that, and I think Elfine and Elizabeth kind of share a glance, and Elfine goes, "Oh, of course they're real."
Yeah, they were like this, and I hold like my my hands in front of my mouth and use my fingers like canines to go like that. They were like that.
You
one
encountered
of
a
them tried to-
vampire.
Yeah, one of them tried to bite me, and it broke its fang on my neck.
Should be mentioned, by the way, Jericho, your maximum health went back up to normal.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Forgot to mention that. It does that on a long rest. Once you take a long rest, it goes back to normal.
Cool.
So you should be at that new maximum health now, I assume. Yeah. So
It was by a bitch named Delilah.
you say Delilah. Let's see if he knows who Delilah is. He goes, Delilah, I do not know this person, but where did you encounter a vampire?
At the bandits. She was the ringleader thing.
I'm not sure she was actually supposed to be their leader, but
We've never heard of this. Explain to me what her relation to these people were.
What?
This is news that we have not previously received.
Yeah, I don't think she was the leader, but she seemed to mention something about playing games with them in her own twisted way.
Yeah, and there was this weird circle, and then a tree turned to obsidian.
yes, can't imagine what caused that to happen.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't think that she was Delilah. I think it was somebody else. When we were fighting the bandits, it seemed like there was something else happening in their hideout entirely, unrelated to us. There were zombies that I'm sure they didn't intend to be summoning, and
Weird plant things.
So yeah, Elfine gets a very dark look on his face, and he goes, "Well, that is concerning. I must speak to the Order about this. Vampires and undead have not been seen in this part of the world for centuries."
It was certainly some powerful magic going on in that place, and not just from the old druidic magic that still resided there.
Mm. He does know about the old druids. He probably says, he goes, "Yes, I'd heard that Ravenstein was once home to a sect of druids. But this new threat is concerning." Yes. In fact, he kind of turns to Elizabeth and says, "My dear, I must be going. I need to report this to Zavros."
Yeah.
And,
also,
yep.
we need our gold, and Hedwig killed it.
Oh, I almost forgot. I am so sorry. And he pulls out a bag, and it's also got a letter on it, and he hands it to Jericho. Because he gets the distinct impression that Raka would not do that well.
Yeah,
so
no,
you have there's like a sealed letter, and it has a symbol on it, and you've seen the symbol before, Jericho. It is the symbol of Tal, like a sealed with wax envelope.
right, where did I see that before?
Well, the place that you actually saw before, Jebedo was a paladin of Tal.
Right, okay.
I just wanna
And
point
it's
out
actually
that-
it's addressed to. Actually, it's probably addressed to you, Jericho.
All right. I'll take that. I assume that I shouldn't open it here.
I take the gold.
Well, that's totally up to you. do you take the gold out of Jericho's hands?
Yes, and I start counting it.
I'll pass that over to Raka. It'll keep him busy for a while.
Yes. Raka,
Which I
I'm not
think
sure he
might
can
have
actually
sounded
count to
good.
500. But,
I'm a
But
kill.
there's only so many times you can count to two.
I've been doing really all the financing.
It's true, you actually have, which is somewhat frightening that you guys are letting me do
Yeah.
that.
He's actually
Anyway,
a mathematical
The
savant.
the only two things Raka's good at is counting money and slicing heads off.
I'm buying it for $1. I like it.
Yeah.
And then Elfine takes his leave, and kind of hurriedly steps out of the inn, unless any of you stop him and want to say anything else to him.
I to him, tell that other guy I said hi.
He kind of like waves a hand over his shoulder, like, "Yeah, I acknowledge that you said something to me."
Yeah, Jericho definitely gives him a wink as he's passing by, but can't stop him right now.
Yeah, probably. He probably acknowledges that with a slight smile, but you can tell, like, you've given him this information and he is on a mission. This is,
Yeah.
like, you guys don't even need an insight check probably to notice, like, he's very disturbed by that news.
Hey, hot lady.
Elizabeth. Her name is Elizabeth, and
Yeah,
has
no.
always been Elizabeth.
It has always been Elizabeth. She looks at you, Raka, and she says, "Well, you're not the one that started the fight, are you?
Me? No.
Then
No, that was-
you're welcome in my inn."
Yeah, no, I was the one. Nothing. I did nothing. Where's Olga?
Oh, that bitch? Oh, we
Oh.
kicked her out last night.
Oh, shit. Where'd she go?
Well, I don't know.
Eh. Oh, well. Can I get some food?
Yeah, absolutely. She runs back and she grabs some food and slaps it in front of you. She comes over to Jericho and she says, "So, is that the secret admirer?"
Sorry. He gestures at the bandages on his neck. Or
She goes, "Well, I hope you killed that bitch."
well, I think so. I mean, all right. I'm not as familiar with vampires as I'd like to. I say like to be, as I would have liked to be if I was going to be fighting one. So we definitely impaled her. She looked pretty dead. Not 100% sure if they stay dead, given
I
that
think
she was not dead at the time.
Somebody rolled. I think Milo rolled something to recognize whether or not she was completely gone. Right? I think that's true.
Yeah.
And
think so.
yes, and you guys are 100% certain that she is defeated. There was no mist. There was no escape form. There was nothing. The body incinerated itself. There's no coming back from that.
Oh, incinerated itself. Okay, I missed
yeah.
that part.
It turned to ash. Like even the clothing turned to ash. And
Okay,
just
yes,
got
definitely.
blown away in the dust. So yeah, you guys are like 99.9% certain you'll never see that bitch again.
Oh, good. 1 in 10,000 chance. Those never come up in RPGs. So, yes, the vampire is definitely dead. We weren't entirely certain what her name was. We heard a couple of names being tossed around. But more to the point, things seem to have changed here in Tussenhof quite a bit since I was last here.
Well, yes, this is my establishment now. It's good. I paid my dues here plenty of time. I think things are on the upswing for us here. No more corruption.
What all happened? The bridge is gone. Apparently the retired criminal underlords are gone.
Yes, well, myself and Elfine were able to, well, rile up the peasantry, as it were. And we overthrew Lord Egbert. He put up a little bit of a fight, but he realized his time was done and he departed with his gods.
Am I hearing this?
Yeah, she's not being quiet about it.
Yeah, we saw him.
We passed him on the road.
Did you take his head as I should have a long time ago?
No, I didn't realize that anything was bad. However,
Not actually as enthusiastic about casual murder as we tend to sound like we are.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about it either.
Well, he deserved it.
Probably.
So who's in charge here now?
Well, Elfine was seen as one of the well, leaders of this small rebellion. He is
Hero of the revolution. Good for him.
He is taking charge until somebody can be elected. We were actually going to hold an election now. It's quite exciting times.
Do you think that the person elected might want to buy some gems? And then I show her the sapphires.
Yeah, you pull them out and like put them on the table, and she says, "Well, those are very nice, but they're not for me. I'm a much more simple girl."
Sure.
Yes, I'm positive.
What about these? And then I take out the rubies.
She says, "Those are not even cut.
I know.
What would I do with those?"
I don't know. You know, you're the one buying them.
She shakes her head.
We'll find a proper buyer at some point. I don't think that's quite what Elizabeth is looking for at the
I
moment.
take the 2 sapphires and I put them like on my eyes.
You know, we could make sun filtering glasses with those.
Make some stunner shades with them.
Well, I mean, out of character, the original sunglasses on Earth were like cut out of emerald for nobility to watch gladiator games and stuff.
True.
That's fucking
Oh
awesome.
wow!
Yeah. So I put them back in.
Cool.
And, okay.
Will, your phone's going off.
No, it's not.
So yeah, so I assume there's just some small talk that ensues then about.
Oh, I gave her 2 gold pieces.
Catching up. Okay, yeah, no, she accepts it and she says, "Well, thank you kindly," and she continues to feed you with food and whatever type of drink you guys want.
Yeah.
Boost me up.
So
Food and water.
we'll go back out to Tusenhof real quick. So what's everybody else doing in the 10 or so minutes that all that goes down? Wolfram, are you like hanging out, waiting for
Yes, I am. I am
waiting for
currently
your armor
armorless.
to be completed? Okay, cool.
I'm sitting there and watching his work, trying to get any hints at blacksmithing that I can.
Sure. Yeah, you're watching him work. Yeah, he's probably pretty amicable to that. Mael, you were going over to Gertrude's. You find the same thing that the others found. You find that that Gertrude is actually not present anymore, and none of her stuff is. She was a bit odd.
He just like as soon as he notices that like maybe she's not there, he's like, "Oh God, fucking damn it! Why does everyone leave? Fucking humans! They die too quickly." And he kind of like storms off, and starts like looking around. He's gonna look for the nearest person and start asking questions about where the fuck this old lady went.
Yeah, there's probably a citizen that's just kind of like meandering about. You ask him where Gertrude went, and he probably tells you, well, she left about 2-3 days ago. Packed all her stuff up and left. Didn't even see her leave the town. She was just gone.
So you didn't catch her where she would be going?
No. She comes into town, maybe stays about a month, and then just leaves. Not sure where she goes. Usually gone for a month or 2. Comes back. She likes to travel, that one. And Lord help me, I don't know how she gets all her stuff around, but hey.
He simply nods and he kind of clenches his teeth a little bit and starts starving off. He starts swearing in Dwarvish as he's not happy with this, and he's now going to look for the others.
Sure.
Muttering still in Dwarvish, he's like, "We need to fucking get going now. I'm already in a bad mood."
Okay. So, is there anything else that anyone would like to take care of in Tusenhof, or should we all consolidate at the end for sleep?
Is the smithy selling any weaponry?
So the smithy doesn't really focus on making weapons because the trading post here is the trading post gets like the last time we were in town. The trading post actually had a weaponsmith that was here. The smithy focuses more on the day-to-day stuff for the people that live here. Axes, like fire, like wood cutting axes, farming implements, that kind of stuff. You might be able to find like a nice knife. Maybe like a nice carving knife, but not really.
Okay. I want to buy a wood cutting axe, a nice carving knife, and some nails.
Sure. Yeah, you can absolutely buy all those things.
Can I do
this
something?
one's in the book or no?
Can I show Miss Bard
I think
my
they
potions
are.
and ask them what they are?
Sure. Give me a second, Raka.
I know there's a small knife.
What's wrong with the dagger?
Yeah, it's probably what I'm looking at. This is you're probably buying a dagger, the iron spikes, as your nails.
Mhm.
And woodcutting axe is probably just an axe, but it's just woodcutting instead of design. Like actually, there's no. That's probably like a hand axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but probably loses the light and throne property.
Okay.
But it's 5 gold.
Alright.
And they're of decent make. And you find some way to put that on you in some manner.
He has
Cool.
them strapped to his penis.
Cool. And next one outside Zetch. What are you doing?
Zetch has never been to the city before, so he'd kind of explore for that 10 minutes and then end up at the inn.
Sure. Okay. So I think we can safely assume that everybody's going to consolidate at the inn.
Yep. And then show Miss Barty Bard the potions and ask him if she knows what they are.
Cool. Cool. So everybody consolidates at the inn. Let me get your characters here. But yeah, if there's nothing else you guys want to do, we can just proceed on to the next day, which is, let's look at our handy dandy thing here, is Saturday the 6th of Jahadon.
I also pay my guild dues.
Indeed.
I'm going to buy 10 sets of the nails if he has enough.
And
they come in packs of 10. Are you gonna pay for 100 nails?
For 5 packs, so 50 nails, it's 5 gold. So yeah,
Sure, you can absolutely carry around 50 nails.
it's really fucking heavy, but yeah.
It sure is.
What on earth are you planning to do?
I think we're gonna find a way to make a Goliath become encumbered.
I mean, I'm at 300 pounds. I don't think so. Just too much shit.
I think our new combat technique is that Raka swings Wolfram in.
Wolfram is my new mall. Also, how much gold does everybody have?
134 rather.
I have 187.
I'm now at 153.
142, and then, well, no, I'm way higher because I have 500 silver.
Yeah.
Wait, how'd you get 500 silver?
Because I'm not converting pieces.
No, I just did that when I got to the.
Yeah. So
Trade
silver is useful to have because a lot of things cost silver. So having a good amount around is easy.
Cool. So it's 8 o'clock. You guys want to take a 5-minute break, and then we'll progress to the
Yeah.
next day and figure out
Yeah,
what we're
that's
going to do?
Yeah, that's
Sure.
Oh, but what about her potions?
Oh, the potions. Let's see.
Right as you said that, my flux kicked in and changed the screen, and I'm like, whoa, apparently it is.
She looks at him, and she says, she gives you kind of the same estimate that Milo gave you. This one looks like to be in the same category as a healing potion, but I'm not sure what it is.
I'm also showing her the School of Transmutation one, the potion with the red speck.
She got no idea what that one is.
Wait,
Alright.
is there an enchanter, or is this like a potion maker?
He's just showing it to the bard, or
Oh,
minstrel. Hey, shut up. Get out of here. Okay, so 5-minute break.
I don't want to play this game anyway.
Talking to my cat. She's
Oh.
being annoying.
okay, I'll do that when we get back. I have something to ask Zetch.
Cool, 5-minute break. Be back at 8:06. Alright, guys, we're going to take a 5-minute break real quick. I'm going to restart the stream because it's giving me some issues, as you guys may have noticed. So I will be back.